Now, two armed men believed to be Venezuelan migrants carjacked an off-duty NYPD officer in Harlem. Congressman Mike Lawler, Republican from New York State, joins me now. Congressman, what's the solution here? How do we stop this surge in migrant crime?
Well, we need to secure the border, Stuart.
But we're not going to.
We need more border personnel. We need more court personnel to hear these asylum cases expeditiously. We need to stop the Biden administration's catch and release program. Since Joe Biden took office, over 10 million migrants have crossed our southern border, most of them illegally, 90% being released into the country. And when these asylum cases are finally heard, Stuart, 70% of them are rejected.
Exactly.
This is an absolute disaster created by Joe Biden. And you not only have innocent people getting murdered, obviously you have cops getting carjacked, you have cops getting assaulted, you had cops just a few weeks ago getting shot by illegal immigrants. So this is absolutely out of control. And this is a result of Democrats' open policies.
I just want to add to this because we just got some new data on the numbers here. Internal federal data shows ICE's non-detained docket has exploded to a staggering 7.4 million cases. Now, those are migrants who have been released into the United States pending a court appearance. That's 7.4 million people. Just this is extraordinary. But what are we going to do? You can't deport all of those people. What are we going to do?
Look, at the end of the Trump administration, we were down to below 400,000 border crossings a year. Since Joe Biden took office, it's over 3 million a year. It's crazy. You can't sustain this as a country. And so we obviously need to deal with the immigration crisis long term. I've said this many times. My wife is an immigrant. I've been through this system. It's a fundamentally broken system. But we obviously need to reform it because doing nothing is not actually solving the problem. It's making it worse. But you have to start with the border. You have to show the American people that we're serious about stopping this mass influx. And so it's not just migrants. It's drugs, fentanyl pouring into our communities, killing tens of thousands of Americans a year. This is an existential crisis that the Biden administration, despite his ridiculous executive order from 2 weeks ago, is doing nothing to address.
One more for you, Congressman. A synagogue in New York City was defaced with anti-Israel graffiti. It follows a week-long escalation of anti-Semitic incidents in this city. Where is Senator Schumer? He's the highest-ranking Jewish elected official in government. He's issued a statement, but we've got no action on his part or anybody else, frankly.
Well, he's too busy trying to figure out how to use a grill, putting cheese on a raw burger. Just comical. But look, Chuck Schumer, the highest-ranking Jewish official in American history, is sitting on a bill right now, the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act, which I passed through the House, 320 to 91, which would help to define anti-Semitism and allow colleges and universities to start cracking down on it and force the Department of Education to crack down on it. That is an immediate step that Chuck Schumer can and should take to help us combat anti-Semitism as it explodes across America. And he is doing nothing but sitting on it and standing in the way. It is shameful. It is disgraceful. And folks should call Senator Schumer's office and demand an up or down vote. It will pass overwhelmingly. 37 U.S. states have already adopted the IRA working definition of anti-Semitism. There is no reason for Chuck Schumer, other than politics, to be sitting on this bill.
Congressman Mike Lawler, thanks very much for joining us today, sir, on a very difficult subject. We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.